my god, I'm hold up. Okay, the sun just decided to. Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today I have a story time video for you guys. Before I start, disclaimer, this is not promoting underage drinking. This is not promoting drunk driving. Don't do it or your life could end, literally and possibly. So this story happened to me when it was my last year of college. I was 20 years old, and during my last year of college, I kind of started to become a lot more social. So I was going to more events, I was, going to more parties and just doing all that to just really, because I guess I found my rhythm, my stride during my last year of college. So on one particular night, there was an open mic event. So I went because basically my poetry class was putting it on, and so I decided to go. I wrote a poem that kind of made the whole night just ruined my night for me. Like I shouldn't have wrote this poem, but I wrote a poem about how I liked this guy and he didn't like me back, the typical. And I came to the open mic and I read it, and the guy that I wrote the poem about, he was actually the host of the event. So yeah, I was very bold when I was 20 years old. So I read that poem, and the rest of the event, like, he just ignored me. And I guess I didn't want him to ignore me, but he did, and that just like bummed me out the whole night. So this isn't even about him though. This isn't about him, but I just want to do a backstory about why my mood was terrible this night. I found out later on during the night at around 9 o'clock, this guy, my friend Aaron, he was like, hey, there's a party tonight, let's go. And so I was like, whatever, my roommate and my sister wanted to go, so I was like, okay, we'll go to this party and maybe that will lift my spirits. Definitely didn't. Rule number one, don't drink if you're in a bad mood. That just makes your whole mood worse. So we decided to go to the party. And I'm like, whatever, we'll go. I get there. It's pretty lit, compared to the typical. I went to a very small college, so it was lit compared to most other parties. There was a lot of people here, and it was at a very popular party house in the town. So we go there. I'm dancing, having a few drinks. I'm trying to enjoy the night. My roommate's like, come dance with me, and I'm like, okay, we can dance, we can da da da. And the whole time I was just like, I don't really want to be here, I'm ready to go home. The guy's ignoring me. I'm looking at him out of the corner of my eye, talking to this girl that I absolutely did not like. so I just out of the corner of my eye see him talking to her, and I'm just like, oh my god, I gotta get out of here. I'm about to lose my chill if I keep seeing this. If I keep seeing this, I'm ready to go. So, but they keep dancing or whatever, and at around, I don't even know what time it was, but we decide, okay, we're done, let's just go home. So my friend, another friend of mine, she drove, and I don't remember seeing her drinking, but I definitely, none of that was on my mind about how I'm getting home, who was drinking, who was not, who was driving. I was just I'm ready to go home. So I literally, we're all walking to her car. It was 4 people that were going toward her car. Then more people started coming, and and I immediately, I'm like, this is a 5-seater car, and I'm seeing 6, maybe 7 people walking with us. I'm like, okay. And next thing you know, I just open the trunk and literally get in the trunk. I just I remember this was totally, I just literally just get in the trunk and let's close it. And everyone's like, what are you doing? What are you doing? And my roommate's like, Jasmine, are you okay? What are you doing? I was like, I know, we're going home. And I'm like, are you coming with us? I remember my roommate, the smartest person of the night, was like, I'm just gonna walk home. And the walk back to our apartment was at least 20 to 30 minutes away. walking. There's no taxis, no Ubers in this town because it's literally that small. So I'm like, no way am I walking at 11 o'clock at night. Excuse me. At 11 o'clock at night, like, they're like almost an hour for walking home. Like, basically, like, I'm like, I don't wanna, I'm not doing that. So I literally just get in the trunk and I just close the trunk, and like everybody else piles in. And the guy that that was ignoring me, I look up and he's in the car too with my sister, my friend's cousin, my friend, and then Aaron, who is a good friend of mine. So it was 6 people in the car. So we're driving, and I'm just in the back just like, I'm ready to get out of here and go home. Like, I don't even want to talk to him. I don't even know why he's in this car. So we're inside the car, and I hear people are like, oh, I'm hungry. The typical. This is so typical. After any party, the munchies, or like everyone gets super hungry. So, oh God, here we go. So everyone's like, I want IHOP, I want Burger King, McDonald's. I'm just like, I want my bed. I want some water. Like, I'm ready to. So everyone's arguing about where to eat, and I didn't even know that we had stopped. Like, literally, the car was stopped, and all I see next is just the typical blue and red lights, like on at the top of the car. And I'm just like, this is not happening. This is not happening. Like, this is not the police behind me. No, this is not the police behind me. And it was the police. A cop literally was like behind us and was pointing us over basically. And I look up because it's not illegal. I went to college in Arizona. It's not illegal to ride in the trunk of a car. I don't know if that means a trunk. I mean, I don't know if that means like a truck trunk, like an open trunk or a closed trunk, but I was definitely like, you could definitely see me in the trunk, and my sister's like, get down, like, and I'm like, no, like, it's not illegal to be in the trunk of a car. I guess it's that open because she was in an SUV, so I was like, oh man. So this cop, I look up, and we're literally stopped on the side of basically the road. Like, we're literally stopped, like, before you even get to a stoplight, and we're not at an intersection, we're just stopped literally in the street, basically, just stopped, because my friend was apparently looking up where to go eat at, so she literally just stopped. So she stopped, and she rolls down the window, and the cop just walks to the driver's side window. And, typical license and registration, I'm just in the back praying. At that point, I'm just praying, like, I made it so close to graduation. Like, this is the end. I'm never going to graduate. I'm going to have this on my record forever. Like, I was just thinking the worst. So the driver's like, license and registration, and she gives it, and he's like, immediately, has anyone been drinking? Next thing you know, my sister and the guy start bursting out laughing. Just literally burst out laughing from the back seat. And I'm just like, yep, I might as well get out, get ready to be handcuffed, because it's over. Like, it's over. There's no way it should not have been over by that point, because they're literally like making it known. My sister was basically the only one of age to even have alcohol in her system. But so yeah, later on I found out that there was actually about 6 or 7 open bottles of alcohol in the car, like when the cop was at our window. And my friend Aaron was like, he threw a bottle in the glove compartment. There was an open bottle of beer, like literally in the cup holders of the front seat. I know in the trunk there was actually 2 bottles of alcohol in the trunk with me that I just didn't even realize, like, dang, I should definitely have left these at the party. Like, I don't even know why I brought them with me. And then there was some alcohol, like, definitely in the back seat. So I'm just like, so the cop goes back to his car, and I'm just like yelling at my sister, like, what the heck are you doing? Like, what how is this funny? Like, our mom's gonna kill us. Like, we're gonna be freaking mopping floors for the rest of our lives. Like, like, how is this funny? And I'm just pissed. I'm like scared. And the cop comes back, and he's like, where are you guys like headed? And my friend's like, oh, we were just like trying to find Burger King. And he's like, oh, okay, there's one down the street over there. And I'm like, what? Is he literally giving us directions to find food? And I was like, something was watching us that night, because everything, I would not like be here making this video if like something hadn't have like saved us that night, like a miracle, literally. And the cop gives her back her license, and he's like, you can go. And I'm like, what? So my friend is like, so my friend waits for the cop to leave from behind us, and she drives, she makes like a U-turn, and I'm like, let me out right here. I'm walking home. And we had gotten far enough that my house was actually just like up, at least still 10 minutes away walking. And I'm just like, let me out right here. Like, I'm leaving, I'm walking home, like, y'all are just crazy. I was like, I'm walking home, and my sister's like, are you serious? Like, it's fine, we're gonna go get some food. I'm like, I'm not going. Like, I was like, I literally got out the car and I walked home after that. And still to this day, that's the craziest thing that literally ever happened to me. Miraculously, I survived. So that's the story time for you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave a comment below if you've ever been stopped by the cops. Like, have you? And thank you for watching. More videos coming this week, so make sure you give this a thumbs up and subscribe. Let me know if you subscribe. Thank you for watching.